位はおのテスト
Hello everybody, my name is Drake.
And I'm Grant.
And together, we are Jojo Overdrive. No Jojo lands. But we have Rohan, everyone's favorite character, Rohan. A really underrepresented character in the rogues gallery of Jojo.
Even though we had a month off, it didn't really feel like it, considering this has been the biggest month for JoJo in literally over a year.
I didn't even really need a Rohan chapter. I'm happy that we get more stuff, but the Steel Ball Run content was plenty enough for this month.
Yes.
I wonder if this means that we'll get like a regular break, because if he was doing this chapter this month, he technically didn't really do a break, though I suppose he could have done this ahead of time.
Yeah, maybe he was working on this for like a bunch of months, off to the side or something.
Yeah. There's a chance. But this is Bruschetta, which is some sort of food.
You never heard? You didn't hear of it before this?
No, I've not. No.
What?
No, I'd never heard of it before.
Everyone make fun of him in the comment. It's like a very common.
I don't care.
A very common like appetizer type thing.
I see. You're a big Bruschetta fan. You're a big Bruschetta.
I'm not. I don't like eating tomato like that, but it's very common. So I'm just surprised that you haven't heard of it.
I don't think I've not heard of it before. It's just not something that immediately jolts. I think I've heard of the word before. I just didn't know what it was. I don't think.
Okay.
I couldn't immediately name it. Anyways, I don't really know what it has to do with the chapter. It's in it for like 5 seconds, but I think he just thought the word was fun because he likes Italian stuff. Anyways, I thought the chapter was pretty good overall. Not like great. He was on a good Rohan streak for the last couple, but this one is kind of just like
it's fine.
Your typical Rohan fare, which is nice and all. We start out with another appearance from Rohan's editor, she's basically just a recurring character now ever since the live action show, which is it's kind of.
I'm surprised Joaquin didn't show up too.
Yeah, I know, no Joaquin. What happened to him? Man, I hope he's not dead. Jeez. No, but the most important thing to discuss within this chapter is the topic of that he is in a Hawaii villa, which and
it looks exactly the same as it did in JoJo.
What does this mean for what timeline this takes place in? Who knows at this point?
Does it matter?
I don't think Araki quite cares which universe this takes place in.
It's comic book logic. It's not. It's just funny to see it in JoJo, which is always just gone forward now. It's like he wants Rohan in here. I don't know why he didn't do just a version of Rohan in the new universe or whatever.
Yeah,
he did, but it's the same character.
I get what you're saying. Like Kira, New Universe Kira is very clearly not Old Universe Kira. He could have done something like that for this, but he wanted to do literally identical Rohan so he could continue to do his Rohan stories and whatever he wanted to do.
Yeah.
So you could just interpret this as, in original universe, he also has a Hawaii villa that got robbed. It's not hard to say that. But you could also say it's in the new one, so you can do whatever you want. Thanks, Araki, for giving us such freedom. A lot of this chapter was a lot of sound effects. Basically, it's just Rohan. He's walking around the house, and he hears a bunch of sounds and stuff. Which is kind of yeah, you go first.
In the physical release of this, they should have done the greeting card thing, where you can have a little sound effect play.
Yeah, you open it and it plays a sound. That would be that feels like an Araki thing to do for some art book. You'd open it up and then do that. That'd be awesome. What was I was gonna say? This in the anime I think would translate a lot better because you'd actually have the sound effects or live action. Either one. I'd really want to see that. Just because it's sound based, and in this, I was a tad confused on what was happening, which is partially the point. It's always the mystery of a JoJo encounter, but at the same time, even once he kind of figured it out, I was still like, what do you mean? Because he says something about it's the echoing of the sounds inside himself or something. What is that? I don't know what that means. But I mean,
I forgot to mention right at the beginning here something I find absolutely hilarious. That's a very Arakiism.
Yeah.
Is it literally says the theme of this work is evolution,
the
basically.
First, like, the
and
stinger.
then not even a page later, Rohan goes, "I'm working on something based on evolution." Like,
it's like, wow,
a lot of show don't tell here.
Exactly. Wouldn't have it any other way.
Very funny.
What's that? Oh yeah, the like girl with the inflatable like pool thing.
Inner tube,
yeah. Kind of looks like the traditional like kind of the Ring or Grudge or whatever, like typical Japanese horror spooky girl, which I assume is the point.
I think Araki has really fully beaten the same face allegations.
Yeah, look at it. Look at this individual.
Just like looking at all of the
This girl is not. That is a completely different character.
Where's the character with the Joshu haircut here? I miss it.
We need another one. Everyone knows that everyone wants more Joshu haircut characters. Please, Araki, I'm begging you.
Yeah. So the villa looks literally identical. I wouldn't be shocked if he was able to reuse some drawings.
Yeah, because if you look at a lot of stuff, it's like structured the exact same. I haven't literally side by side looked at it, but I like recognize a lot of
and
these.
The pool and all that stuff.
Yeah, it has a pool. Too. Yeah, with the glass door. I remember that. Yeah. Then Rohan gets ear infection. Which is strange. There's like five different red herrings as to like what's happening here until we get the reveal of like the moths or whatever.
Yeah.
Because he's like, oh, it's like a disease that's in my ears or whatever. But then actually it's the sounds are from the disease from the ear, but the disease was from the moths or whatever. There's a lot going on here. And then what is it? It's when I saw the snails, I immediately got Part 6 flashbacks.
I was like,
what's he doing?
Say, yeah.
What are you doing here?
It reminded me of heavy Weather a ton with how he's like immobilized when he's under the effects.
And especially he's dripping out of his ears. And I was like, is he going to turn into a snail? There's no way.
Totally.
That would have been kind of fun to see. Like, what if something like that happened? Like, I don't know.
Freaking Emporio coming in.
Hey, it's me, Emporio. My name is Emporio.
I mean Paco.
Paco, yes, alternate universe Emporio, confirmed. Another drawing of Heaven's Door. It feels like Heaven's Doors, like the way he draws it, keeps like changing, like slightly. Like
I know the one in this version looks like more like classically stand like big.
Yeah, like comparatively, yeah.
Yeah, he looks bigger, like a full body almost, and then Jojo Lands, he's like more like Part 4 where he's just a tiny little dude.
Also, I feel at some point, I feel like Heaven's Door had pupils, and then at some point he switched to like the standard stand eyes, like kind of his trope of like the lines.
It kind of just looks like Echoes' face.
Yeah, those eyes. Yeah, a lot of stand. That's kind of like Araki's like signature for his stand. But like it used to have pupils, I swear, because it looks basically like Dark Boy.
It did.
Yeah. That's the whole point. So
it looks crazy different now.
Yeah, no, it's I mean, I still like it, but it is very different. It turns out it's these moth things, and they're hunting snails, and they use the echolocation from the like ear juice to like hunt snail. Very complicated. How in the world did evolution produce such a thing, Araki? How did you what godless world have you created where these like vampire moth things? It's a very fun with they got the stone masks on the back of their abdomens.
That was a crazy like. What was he? I mean,
don't know. It's crazy.
Wild.
It took me like a second to like notice.
I guess because he's saying because the stone mask was like the next level of human evolution.
Yeah, I get it.
So he's saying, yeah.
I don't think they're literally connected to the stone mask. I don't think this is like the mask itself was put on some random moth like years ago, and then this evolved. I mean, it could.
Why not?
I don't know. Why not? I think it's intentionally left vague so you can ponder on it, but I just think I think it's really cool either way, symbolically or otherwise.
This was like the most. I mean, besides like Tonio showing up in a chapter, this felt like the most like connected to JoJo chapter of Rohan.
Yeah. Usually they're pretty like they try and keep their own self-contained stories, but you have to understand.
I actually
like,
think you're missing out on a little bit here if you haven't read JoJo. But most of the other ones you can read, like Hot Summer Martha. You don't need to have read a single chapter of JoJo.
I don't think so. That's even why they have the live action show and everything. It's because they don't need context for a lot of this stuff.
Exactly, and they even do the Tonio episode. So,
which of course this pushes the conspiracies even further about what universe this takes place in, because they have the stone mask design, but it could just be another visual reference. He directly references getting broken into the previous year of the events of Part 9, but then he also the stone masks are there. So. And as far as we know, the stone mask does not exist in this universe. So is this like alternate universe? Is this what the stone mask is in this universe? Are these moth things that like are
it'd be kind of cool. This is like a tangent on JoJo lands, but it'd be kind of cool if Part 9 was like the last part and stuff, if it kind of bookended with the stone mask being like a major element in the third act of JoJo lands.
Crazy.
Maybe they discover it in the actual land or something.
That's that's the ultimate form of wealth, is like the power of the stone mask or something.
Yeah.
And the stone mask is created from like, I don't know, a devil's palm or something insane. Yeah. I mean, we're talking about the lava rocks. What if someone made a mask out of lava rock? Now we're going back to Part 9. Sorry, Mr. Rohan.
This is already on the edge of being an extra Part 9 chapter. So.
Basically, yeah.
It's in Hawaii.
He really, really wanted to do more with Rohan, but he couldn't like excuse himself putting more Rohan in Part 9. So he was like, "Well,
it would have been hilarious because when I was beginning this chapter, I thought, maybe this is like right before Jojo showed up. Like, he had like a funny adventure like type thing right before Jojo showed up. And that's not what it is. But you could have almost like placed it in there where. Could have just had a
hypothetically in this, he says he got robbed, but Jojo could have been the second robber. He could have gotten robbed twice. There's nothing stopping us from saying that. It kind of ends pretty abruptly. It's just he
I thought that
the Moths, and it was just like, eucalyptus is my weakness. And he was like, "Oh, thank God I have a eucalyptus tree in the back." I'm like, "Oh," and then it cuts. Hard cuts. He did it. He solved it. He did it. I was like, "Oh." Okay, I mean that's fine, and then it's 2 pages later, and it's done.
Well, I liked the thing a lot where he was like, "How the hell did that little girl climb the mountain or whatever?"
Yeah,
like, that was a good like stinger.
That's what we're talking about. Like, what does it say? If we're talking new species, this girl's one. So that's an interesting like. What's going on here with this moth?
Rohan eating a Hawaiian for the first time.
So they're so evolutionarily advanced. Whoa! I gotta live here forever and get robbed.
Rohan watching Moana.
Watch Moana once he moves there forever, and it's like, I gotta get the lava rocks. This is the secret to evolution. Rohan's gonna make the stone mask. That's what's gonna happen. We'll see at the end of Part 9.
We gotta do this is they did the little recipe at the end here. It reminds me of how in Part 8 how they have the I believe there was a full recipe for the oh my god, how am I forgetting the name? Like the melon thing.
Oh, was there? I know the thing, the parfait or whatever. They did in their shop.
I believe or it was very easy to figure out because it broke down all the elements of it.
Yeah, I don't think it was an exact recipe like this. I think it was there was a diagram showing a breakdown of all the like ingredients. I don't think it told you how to.
We need to start JoJo Overdrive Foods and have the bruschetta. Even though this looks
bruschetta
like
a la Rohan.
I don't like capers, bro. No thanks. I'm not eating capers. But yeah,
and then it says evolution never stops. Thanks. Right after the bruschetta recipe. True. So true. Still don't have no clue what bruschetta had to do with any of that, but it's kind of funny.
It's because bruschetta is like bread and like evolution, and
it's like hot summer Martha, but like
Rohan.
Bruschetta, it's like Rohan. Thanks, Rohan. I feel like this chapter could have been a lot shorter. I feel like it was a lot of time of him just wandering around the house being like, what's going on? What's
Well,
happening
no,
here?
I think it was good at the page count, but I think he could have just more economically been like gone deeper into like the moths and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Instead of having literally like 10 pages of him wandering through his house and being
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
But I wouldn't want it to be like 20 pages long or something. It's just about reshuffling and
Yeah. I get though that he's setting up this mystery that's obviously never going to be explained until the Part 9 connection obviously happens.
Yes, would be crazy.
Would be insane.
So with this chapter's release, they're finally doing a volume 3. So I assume in the next year or so we'll see that in America.
That'll be fun.
Which would be nice, getting all those still.
And then there's the Rohan Jojo magazine edition or whatever.
That has all of the adapted chapters.
It's the
literally it's called
edition.
Rohan Trump. Yeah.
Yeah, the like cover will probably be the thumbnail for this video because it's a good new color drawing. It's fun.
I assume we're gonna keep seeing like almost yearly Rohan chapters because he wants to give more like stuff for the TV show to use,
like
and
extra,
all that source material.
Extra material besides just the mainline stuff. He didn't used to. There's not that many Rohan. There's like what? This is 12.
When are we getting 12. The Rohan Bruschetta movie?
That would be awesome. Oh my god, we're gonna. What's the next one happening? Is it Confessional? Is Confessional the one? Yeah, the Confessional.
That one fits as a movie because it has a whole flashback. Like it's not even him. He's just in the confessional the entire time.
Yeah, I saw that trailer during Jojo Day. They did a trailer for that.
I assume they'll give him some kind of plot line in Italy to do or whatever.
Yeah, I think they did.
So he's not just sitting there the entire runtime.
Yeah, it's really
and then expand the flashback.
At a confessional really isn't Rohan story at all. It's just he's just hearing about stuff.
It's basically just a way for Araki to do like a fable.
Yeah. It's just Rohan's always just been his like anthology series, even though technically it's following one character. It doesn't really matter. You could substitute Rohan
an anthology
with a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's mostly about like it's not about Rohan. It's about like what if there was a evil moth that was evolved and there was also a girl who could climb a lot. And it's like whoa, well, thanks Araki.
Because she was evolved too.
Whoa,
evolution's cool. He read like an article about evolution again. It was like
yes,
I have an idea.
I've got an idea. But I think that's it, right?
I think that's it. Yeah.
In terms of news, we're
like usual.
We're back to the regular like scheduled like JoJo content for a while until more Steel Ball Run news. We've passed our big like
until Steel Ball Run comes out on July 4th.
On July 4th, it's happening. You've heard it here first. JoJo Live scoops confirmed. We got a source from Araki himself. We've been in contact. We also told him to cancel JoJo Lands and make only Rohan chapters from now on. So expect that coming soon. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. This is JoJo Overdrive, signing off.
Watch where you're going, hold and drive. Let the downside up to top notch, whatever haters do. Hot top.